Official weight, 17 stone, 10 pounds, 5 ounces for Jake Darnell. And his opponent, fighting out of Middlesbrough, England, he is making his professional debut tomorrow night. Please welcome Will Bora Balboa Howe. Official weight, 17 stone, 13 pounds for Bora Balboa. Our opening contest tomorrow night, live in Manchester. The heavyweights for 3-minute rounds. Jake Nelly Darnell versus Will Bora Balboa Howe. Our next contest, ladies and gentlemen, is a rematch in the super welterweight division scheduled for 8 2-minute rounds. Introducing first to the scales from Pensnet, England, she is the former EBU European welterweight champion, Kirsty Barrington.
Nobody's doing this for me, not even behind closed doors.
Official weight, 10 stone, 9 pounds, 5 ounces for Kirsty Barrington.
Yours? That's because I make music to make me feel good. Took them on tours, but I hear that my tour's just been booked. And I'm gonna make dough. I've never had money in the bank, now I'm looking at the screen just watching it grow.
And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner tomorrow night, she comes to us with a professional record of 6 victories versus just 1 defeat. Fighting out of Newcastle, England, here is April Hunter. Official weight, 10 stone, 13 pounds for April Hunter.
Barrington. We've seen this before in Newcastle. Bellew pulling off the upset. Since then, there's been back and forth online, and we get it again. There seems to be a bit of bad blood. They were bumping heads at the presser yesterday.
A rematch, ladies and gentlemen, 8 2-minute rounds in the super welterweight division. Kirsty Barrington, April Hunter, live on Sky Sports, promoted by Ben Shalom and Boxer.
Definitely warming up nicely, this one. Repeat or revenge. Kirsty here talking with Andy Scott.
Nothing different to the last one. She's going to be exactly the same. I mean, she'll probably try and fight a bit like Savannah.
Oozing confidence.
It is what it is, and repeat.
But you know what you get with Kirsty Barrington.
Either way, but do you want to put an exclamation point on it this time and win this one by stoppage? Can you win this one by stoppage?
Well, it depends how it goes, but yeah. I mean, I'm winning either way, and that's it. I'm just going to go all out for the 8 rounds.
Kirsty, thanks very much. Let's bring in April.
April coming in now.
What can you do differently this time that you didn't do first time round?
Everything's going to be different. I don't know, if you think you're getting the same April on that, hey. Wow, Kirsty, you massively underestimate me, and that's music to my ears. Because you're going to be in a different animal there, not to promise.
What changes have you made that you can tell us?
Everything different. My team's different, my mindset's different, everything. New weight, feeling strong, physically fit. Had so many problems before the last fight, but no excuses. You'll see on Saturday night.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Both very confident. April believes it's a completely new April Hunter.
Our
New
next
trainer,
contest,
of course.
ladies and gentlemen, is the opening bout of our main card tomorrow night.
New mindset.
Live on Sky Sports and ESPN+. It is scheduled for 10 3-minute rounds in the super middleweight division. Introducing first to the scales, he comes to us with a professional record of 11 victories versus 3 defeats, with 7 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Glasgow, Scotland, ladies and gentlemen, Boris Blade Crichton.
Now this is an interesting fight. Boris Crichton, always in very good condition, as you can see on the scales here. Fought Lyndon Arthur at just 1 day's notice and went the distance with him. Looks in phenomenal shape. He's been very confident all week. But he faces a stiff test here.
Fighting out of the red corner tomorrow night, he comes to us with a perfect, undefeated record of 11 victories versus no defeats, with 9 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Barnsley, South Yorkshire, England, he is the current reigning Central Area super middleweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Callum Simpson.
Callum Simpson to take to the scales now. Very popular boy. A lot of fans from Barnsley. Ooze confidence, he looks sharp.
12 stone, 1 pound for Callum Simpson.
Last time out we saw him blast away Celso Neves. A lot of support. It's a bit of an unkept secret. Everyone is beginning to understand just how good he is. Get their trousers and their shoes on and come together for the final face-off.
Contest tomorrow night live from the AO Arena in Manchester. And Shalom and Boxer live on Sky Sports and ESPN Plus. Scotland versus England. Boris Crichton versus Callum Simpson.
This will be a really good test of where Callum Simpson is. Having a word. A bit of back and forth between the fighters. It was the same yesterday at the press conference. Having a bit of a squabble up there. This is a real conversation. getting a bit shouty. He loves a little bit of needle there, Callum. You get the idea that he wanted that to happen. And now Boris will speak with Andy Scott.
Boris, what can you tell us on camera that you just said to Callum Simpson there? You obviously had a fair bit to say to each other.
You see us talk about how been dropped by people before, and he thinks that getting dropped is a weakness. Absolutely not. It takes heart for a fighter to get put down, stand back up and go again. Do you know what I mean? And it's something that he's not had to feel and had to dig inside him to find that. But when I put him down tomorrow, we'll see if he's got the heart to stand up and come back and fight me. We'll see, we'll find out. So.
My understanding of these negotiations is that they chose you, they gave you notice. Do you believe that Boxer and Bench have made a mistake here?
That's their problem. We'll find out tomorrow. If they made a mistake, then we'll find out tomorrow. But you know what? I've come here to do a job. I'm not focused about what their team has to do and what they said, whether they picked me or they didn't pick me. Good for them. Do you know what I mean? It makes no difference to me whatsoever.
I met you in Poland and I asked, you know, do you want to get a win out there and then sort of wreck the light heavyweight stable? Boxer and Bench, he said, no, my best weight, my natural weight is at super middleweight. Is this what suits you best?
I mean, I came in at 11-13 there, so absolutely. I mean, I'm making the way easy, making the way happy, and you know, let's just wanna. I don't want to go too much to Zach, but Zach, I hope that you're weighing in just a little bit lower than that 12 stone, because making the weight isn't a big deal. I think we all think that it's all of that. Like I said, when I've had the time, I've been able to make the weight and train the way I want to train, and you know, put things in perspective, work on stuff that you know I didn't have the time to work on before. I'm feeling good.
Good stuff. Thank you for talking to us, Boris. Let's bring Callum up. You might have a slightly different take on what was said there. You had a couple of things to say to him yesterday, and what did you say to him today?
Yeah, so he's on about I'm fighting bus drivers, but in my 9th fight, I fought the same guy that he fought in his 10th fight. I dropped him twice in the first round, knocked him out in the first, and he won on points. So in his 10th fight, the fight after me, so why am I dropping the guys in the first round and he's taking to points? So like I told him, we'll see Saturday, we'll see some real power Saturday. And whenever he does step up, he gets dropped and he loses, and the same's going to happen again on Saturday.
Shout out to all the bus drivers out there. There's a thing, I think, you know, people know on the scene how good you are, but is this the fight to prove it? Boris Crichton is proven at a level, and people know how good he is. If you're going to cement your status as this prospect that we should all be watching out for, you have to do it under the bright lights tomorrow night.
Yeah, 100%. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely a good step up for me. It's my toughest test yet. Definitely going to be my hardest fight yet, and I'm looking forward to a tough fight. And after this one, you know, I'll be looking for that title next, Chile. Whoever wins that title on Saturday, we're looking for that next, you know. Like everyone in the top 10 in the UK, super middleweights. And like I said, I feel I'm going to power through them all. If I'm as good as I believe I am, as I'm saying I am, then I need to put it on Saturday and keep on proving it.
Shout out to the Barnsley faithful as well. You had the flag up there, you had the scarf up there, and you brought some fans today. What sort of atmosphere are you expecting tomorrow?
I think it's going to be full of red in the AO Arena tomorrow. You know, there's a few coaches, the Barnsley coaches coming through. So yeah, shout out to all the bus drivers, the coach drivers. I'll not be fighting none of them. But yeah, so there's going to get plenty of support Saturday night or tomorrow night. And it's going to be a good night. Yeah.
Finish with a prediction.
I'm not going to go with a prediction. Excitement, fireworks, excitement. That's all it's going to be.
Killed my buzz there, but thank you.
Let me bring in
And now,
an
ladies and
expert.
gentlemen, we move to our first.
Let me bring in Spencer Oliver. Spence, what do you expect from that fight?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that fight actually. Boris Crichton is a tough guy. You know, he lost to Steve Woodall out in Poland, and Woodall was a good fighter, undefeated, but it was a close fight. You know, some would say controversial. So it's a sort of coming of age fight, if I'm honest, for Callum Simpson, because we're going to find out if he's the real deal. You know, he's done everything so far. He's done, and he looks spectacular. You know, but this is a good test for him.
And the current WBO Global Super Middleweight Champion, here is Mark Jeffers.
And this is another coming of age fight. Mark Jeffers, 15-0, a very good fighter, a very decent fighter, but he's up against an in-form Zach Chelli.
13 pounds, 5 ounces for Mark Jeffers.
A Manchester boy as well who have home advantage, will have all the fans.
And his opponent, making his way to the scales, he comes to us with a professional record of 13 victories versus just 1 defeat, with 6 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Fulham, London, England, he is the former Southern Area Champion, the current reigning WBA Continental and English Super Middleweight Champion. Here is Zach Chelli.
Zach Chelli taken to the scales. Another one with a lot of momentum. He beat Anthony Sims Jr. Looked very good doing it. He beat Jermaine Brown. Looked good doing it. He's a bit of a bull, isn't he, Spence?
He's old school. He's one of those guys that just wants to be, you know, fight the best. He wants, you know, his dad, who's his trainer, has got confidence in him. He's got confidence in himself. He believes he's going to the top. And this is a good fight. This is an opportunity for Mark Jeffers. You know, he's come in a last-minute replacement, 2 weeks' notice. Mark Heffron got injured, so he was out. And yeah, it's all about opportunity. Speaking to Jeffers, who's undefeated in 15 fights, he said, listen, I was training for this fight anyway. I was training for a fight anyway, a week later. So he's in great shape, and it's an opportunity. He's actually a pressure fighter, Jeffers, but he's got a good boxing IQ as well. You know, he thinks about what he's doing. He's more than just a pressure fighter. You know, he's got good shot selection, exactly. So it's a good fight against Zach Chelli. Chelli's the one that obviously goes in as a big favourite. He's got momentum with him, like you said earlier on. You know, beating Anthony Sims Jr. was a good scalp on his record. Great fight, great fight.
Really good fight. And Mark Jeffers has been really confident all week. He thinks Zach has the perfect style to make him look great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, both guys are oozing confidence. You know, both guys that have know that the victor goes on and he's in a really good position. So a lot on the line for both guys, and I think we'll see. This could be one of the fights of the night.
Yeah, very tense stare off and a nice firm handshake to end things there. Both in phenomenal shape. It's the wild card fight, and I have a feeling it's going to be a very, very exciting fight.
Without you stepping up and filling in for Mark Heffron, Zach Chelli wouldn't have a fight, so thanks very much. But with the notice, you're already in the gym and you're ready to fight. How did you feel on the scales there?
Yeah, I was 12th on last week. I'm ready to go. I'm doing no favours here coming. I'm coming here to take over. That's it, actually, lads.
It was always on your radar anyway, so you know about him. What sort of fight are you expecting?
Yeah, he's a good fighter. Everyone knows that. He's strong, he's fit. But there's a lot of people in boxing know just what I'm capable of. You're going to see that certainly now.
Definitely, I think that has been doing the rounds. Everybody says you've just needed the platform and the shop window. This is it on Saturday night, so surely you intend to take it with both hands. What can we expect from you?
Jeffers win, that's it.
Good stuff. You've got some support in here. You've got a final word for them?
Yeah, obviously you can't thank the fans enough to come watch me all the time. I said there's about 200 tickets. Only got the tickets last week. So yeah, can't thank them enough. A few here today. Big characters, let's go.
Best of luck. It's a different Mark. First off, I mean, you've been a bit of a target today, catching strays. You've been called out more than you ever have been.
Yeah, well, there are a few super middleweights on this card, and I've got the title they all want, so I'm sure they'll be after me.
Different Mark, but the goal remains the same?
A different Mark, same story, and we'll get the other Mark the next fight.
Do you feel you've got this momentum behind you now? You know, yes, you've had injuries go against you in terms of pullouts and changes of opponents, but from your side, you can only control the controllables. And do you feel actually now that you're in your stride?
Yeah, well, it's a credit to me, really. If people are scared of me, they're pulling out before the fight. It just shows they know the level I am. And unfortunately, Mark Jeffers, he doesn't know that. But the ones at the high level, they know that, and he'll find out on Saturday.
Will you give us a prediction of how you think this fight goes?
As always, Zach Chelli knockout, inshallah.
Thanks, Zach.
Thank you.
very confident here.
We now move, ladies and gentlemen, to our first contest featuring
Next
a
up,
World Championship
World
on the
Honours.
line live from the AO Arena in Manchester. Tomorrow night, 10 2-minute rounds for the vacant IBF Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. She is the current WBA Intercontinental and the former undisputed championship contender. Here is Candy Crush Wyatt.
This will be Candy Wyatt's 4th attempt at a world title. She's tried 3 times and come up short, but she believes this is her time.
Religion, you found it to be true that Robert Johnson sold his soul so he could play the blues.
Official weight 10 stone 6 pounds for Candy Wyatt.
Confident Canadian, she believes that she just has to make the fight messy and take away Natasha Jonas's fundamentals.
Fighting out of the red corner tomorrow night, she comes to us with a professional record of 13 victories versus 2 defeats with 1 draw, and 8 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Liverpool, England, she is the current reigning WBC, WBO, IBF Women's Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Natasha Jonas. Official weight 10 stone 6 pounds 5 ounces for Natasha Jonas.
What an 18 months Natasha Jonas has had. On the brink of retirement with no world title, she signs with Boxer and wins 3 on the trot. And now she aims to become a 2-weight world champion. Down at welterweight, which is her more natural weight. But in front of her stands Candy Wyatt, who will not be an easy task.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10 2-minute rounds for the vacant IBF Welterweight Championship of the World. Promoted by Ben Shalom and Boxer, live on Sky Sports and ESPN. Candy Crush Wyatt versus Natasha Jonas.
Plenty of respect between the two of you all week. What happens when the first bell rings?
Respect stays the same, but it's a fight. We're both coming to fight. We're both coming to win, but the respect stays the same.
What sort of fight are you expecting from Natasha Jonas? Presumably you've seen her, albeit up at a higher weight. You know, with that in mind, have you done anything differently to prepare for this?
We expect a good, clean, like tidy, technical boxing match. So we adjusted our game plan. Just come on Saturday and find out.
You've travelled over here before, you've won over here before, you've been in sort of enemy territory and hostile atmospheres. I'm not going to lie, you're probably going to get a few boos tomorrow night. How will that feel?
I don't care. Actually, I really don't. Like I've said it before, England's a fight country, and I'm excited to be in a country that's excited about boxing. So, boo me all you want. I really don't care.
Yeah, you should wear it as a badge of honour. Let me just ask you, have you got a final prediction? You know, 4th time is a charm. You coined that phrase yesterday. What would it mean to finally get your hands on a world title?
A dream come true. So yeah, Natasha better be ready. I expect she's going to be ready, but this is everything I've been working for since I was a little kid. So it'd be a dream come true.
You got a message for everyone back home?
Love you. Thank you for your support. I'll see you when I get home.
Best of luck. Let's bring in Natasha Jonas. Natasha, a new weight for you, but there's an argument that this is a weight that would have suited you better all along. How did you feel on the scales today?
Yeah, I've always been comfortable at super welter. It was never a struggle, obviously. I never weighed in anywhere near the 154 limit. I think 149 was the highest I've ever weighed in. So, you know, that extra pound, it's nothing really when you're in the scheme of things. So, yeah, it's comfortable, fully hydrated, energised, and just ready to go.
Will it make any difference when the first bell rings?
I think it may do for her because, you know, I had to build myself up to be able to compete physically with the 154 females that I was competing against. So I think I'm going to bring that strength back down with me.
Yeah, for the first time, do you think, well, not for the first time, but do you think actually that may favour you, that you may be the stronger woman of the two in there?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely within the last 3 fights anyway.
You're all about making statements, and I've said this to you earlier in the week, but if you would have been offered one world title at one weight at the start, you would have taken it, but now the chance to become a 2-weight world champion, what will that mean to you?
Everything. It just puts everything into perspective, you know, and everything that we do in the gym, in our home life and my family, and the sacrifices that we all make to make it all worth it.
To do it at an arena that's been really good to you, in all truth.
Yeah, it's been really lucky for me. Out of the 3 title fights that I had last year, 2 of them were in Manchester, and obviously one was a knockout, one was a points decision. So yeah, it's brought me a lot of luck. I'm an honorary monk, even though I'm Scouse. So it's a pleasure to be there.
You said that through gritted teeth, but best of luck.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the Chief Support bout live from Manchester tomorrow night on Sky Sports and ESPN+. 8 3-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division, featuring one of the highest and fastest growing prospects in boxing today. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner from Mitchelstown, Ireland, by way of Kecmar, Slovakia, please welcome Big Bad Vladimir Belujsky. Official weight, 12 stone, 7 pounds, 5 ounces for Big Bad Vlad. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner tomorrow night here in Manchester. He hails from Darlaston, West Midlands, England. He is undefeated, 3 wins, no defeats. 2 of those wins coming by way of knockout. He is the Olympic silver medalist, and he is boxing's newest superstar. Here is Ben, the Surgeon, Whitaker. Official weight, 12 stone, 6 pounds, 5 ounces for the Surgeon, Ben Whitaker.
Absolutely no stone left unturned in camp, he said. Flying, wants to show his new developments. Only a very novice pro. This is his 4th fight as a professional, but he has all the makings of a superstar.
Our chief support tomorrow night here in Manchester, promoted by Ben Shalom and Boxer, live on talkSPORT and ESPN+. Big Bad Vladimir Belujsky looks to put a stop to the rise of the undefeated, the surgeon, Ben Whitaker.
Fierce stare down. Looks the part, but more importantly, he is the part. This is one of the most special fighters the UK will have produced in a very, very long time. Skills all over the place. He's got absolutely everything.
Big Bad Vlad, it's a great shot window for you to show us what you're all about. But I'm intrigued, when you know that you're facing someone like Ben Whitaker with all the hype and all the reputation, how much do you listen to that, or how much do you just focus on yourself?
It's just another day for me, it doesn't matter. I've faced good fighters before, it's just another good fighter I'm facing, and it's the same thing, another day.
Is it a good pressure though? You're the man that can sort of derail this hype train?
Yeah, of course, I enjoy the moment, and the pressure is good.
With all of the tricks that he has, and he's a boxer tricks, what's the way to beat him?
Strong, powerful, fast, and try to go for the knockout.
Good stuff. Nice to meet you. Let's bring in the surgeon, Ben Whitaker. Yes, he's here. Ben, come on up. He's going for the knockout. Presumably that's music to your ears.
Yeah, that was cute, bless him. But they've said it before, they're all coming for the knockout. That's what I want. He comes to the knockout, opens up doors for me, and that's all she wrote.
Look great on the scales there. There's absolutely nothing left on that frame. How did you feel up there?
I look good in it. I look really good. Hey, tell him again. Yeah, I look really good. But that's part of the hard work, I work very hard and it shows.
Got anything special planned for tomorrow?
I can't give it all away. He called himself what? Big Bad Vlad? Call me Big Ben then. You know what I mean? Call me Big Ben.
Yeah, the bells will be chiming. Let me just ask you, there's good pressure on you every single time because you're being hyped up, you're being built up. Is that the sort of build-up that you like? There's pressure on you to go out and perform each and every time?
There's been pressure ever since I was an amateur, so I rise to the occasion all the time. And if there's no pressure, you don't perform, so that's what I like.
Sugar Hill, thank you for joining us. Behind closed doors, what have you seen from him that will improve on what we saw last time?
Just his strengths and his ability to set up, those power shots, the ones that get him out of there. And yeah, I don't know, for some reason he just looks taller right now. I'm standing next to him. I want to check out what kind of shoes and stuff he got on. He's looking like a giant.
Hey, we need to get some stilts, man. We need to get some stilts.
Well, presumably this outfit, I'm going to step back. The drip, I think that's the right terminology, Ben. The drip is there's some colours in there today. Whose design is this?
This is the shoes is like the roots of the Jamaican, wagwan, and then the rest of the whole outfit is pretty much the same thing. Got the gold, the black, the green, just mix it up a little bit.
Just finally, what do you want to see from him tomorrow?
Just want to see him have fun, be creative, and just work on the things that we worked on. He had so much fun doing it in the gym, And I just want to be able to see him go out there and have fun and do it.
Good stuff. Wish you all the best.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move to a contest nearly 1 year in the making. Last year, we saw a call-out occur after the biggest night in the history of women's boxing between the United States and the United Kingdom. They want to do it again. As Ben Shalom and Boxer and Sky Sports continue to lead the charge in the featuring, the presentation, and the growth of women's boxing, we see another undisputed championship bout come to British soil as the United States has taken their belts and brought them here. Ladies and gentlemen, our main event live from the AO Arena in Manchester tomorrow night on Sky Sports and ESPN Plus and broadcasted around the world. 10 two-minute rounds for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, the challenger. Fighting out of the blue corner tomorrow night, she comes to us with an impressive record of 12 victories versus just 1 defeat, with 10 of those wins coming by way of knockout. She is from Hartlepool, England. She is the 2-time Olympian. She is the former WBO champion of the world and the former undisputed championship contender. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the silent assassin, Savannah Marshall. Official weight 11 stone, 13 pounds for Savannah Marshall. And her opponent, the champion. She comes to us from Baltimore, Maryland, the 410 USA. She is the multi-talented athlete, promoter, fashion designer, singer. But tomorrow night, she is the undisputed champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the heavy-hitting diva, Franchón Crews-Dezurn.
Take it there.
Official weight 11 stone, 13 pounds, 5 ounces for the undisputed champion of the world, Franchón Crews-Dezurn.
They don't make it real. They don't make it where I'm from. They don't take it here. They ain't see in due time. I be making meals. Bossed up in this game. I've been making deals. Get your lawyer on the phone. We can make it real. I got checks and balance, I'm flex dramatic. Other 50 on my neck, it's my record savage. Ain't no on my rap, disrespect is savage. I make one phone call and the rest get handled. It's just another front step with canvas. No message from the set, we accept your challenge.
Yang, the outspoken, outlandish, brash American, and the quiet girl from Hartlepool seem worlds apart, but they come together once again.
And will be watched around the world on Sky Sports and ESPN Plus. All of the belts are on the line.
It has the feeling of an absolutely mammoth event here.
Kingdom, the heavy-hitting diva, the silent assassin, Savannah Marshall versus Franchón Crews-Dezurn. There can only be one for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world.
Getting very close in these head-to-heads. Savannah, even though she's coming up in weight, she is the bigger of the two. She is taller, longer levers. They seem to be having a heated discussion out there, just as they were at the press conference yesterday. Neither is budging an inch, neither is giving a millimeter. Security step in to break it up, and Franchon saying, and still. And he's got getting in position now to talk to Savannah, and let's just hear their final words before we see them get into the ring tomorrow night.
A lot of people up on this stage, a lot of energy up on this stage, a long head-to-head. You know, within reason, what you can tell us, what did you have to say to each other on stage there?
I didn't get what she was going to say. I was just saying, this is it, but Mama, getting it on. Tomorrow night, this is it.
New weight, how do you feel on the scales there?
I feel really good, really good. I've had a really good camp. I feel strong, full of energy. Can't wait at all.
Too early to say perhaps, but is this more of a natural weight for you and your frame?
Yeah, I feel like it is. I'm looking in the, I'm 8 pounds heavier and I'm looking to think, how did I ever make middle?
Will you be confident enough to give us a prediction tomorrow, or is it just win at all costs and we can talk about it after?
Win at all costs. Points, KO, TKO, anything.
You sold a lot of tickets for tomorrow. You've got a lot of people coming, and I think some of that is from what happened in October, and I think some of those are returning customers. Just a final shout out to your fans.
Thank you for everyone who bought a ticket, everyone who's coming, everyone who's going to turn in, because without you I wouldn't be in this position, so I'm eternally grateful.
And a two-weight world champion. Excellent, thank you. Good luck doing the job. Franchon. I'll just fill the dead air here. Franchon just making her way back up on stage. Franchon, off stage there, as you could hear Savannah getting introduced, you said, yeah, first loser.
Yeah, it's all good though. We here to fight Saturday. It's gonna be a great night. I'm glad she's fired up, so I got a live dog in front of me that I'm gonna put down. She said, wait till she hit me. I went 10 rounds with a steroid cheat. I'm not worried about a first place loser.
I think the truth is I got dog walks yesterday, but what did you have to say to her at the head-to-head then?
Oh, I told her, you know what time it is. I'm here. I'm gonna give it to you stupid. I'm gonna give it to you smart. I'm gonna give it to you any way you want it. And still.
You come here with a big team and a lot of energy. Is that a sign of how confident you are?
I could have came here by myself and my husband like I did at the press conference and still be confident. You gotta understand, I'm not here, I'm not a hype. Win, lose, or draw, I'm still a champion, but I'm not coming to lose, and I'm just here to fight for respect and legacy.
Obviously, because we've done the majority of Savannah's career, we're more focused on in terms of her punch power and what she's achieved. The heavy-hitting diva, it's not an ironic nickname. As I stand in front of you now, would you be confident enough to say that if you hit her and you hit her clean, that you could put her away? Not that that would be the game plan, but could you knock her out?
Anything is possible. I'm coming to win. Whatever way, I got plenty of routes to get to that destination. Whatever way is the best and the quickest way is going to happen. I'm coming to fight. As you can see, I'm in very good shape. My conditioning, mentally, physically, spiritually is on point, and I'm coming to put in some work.
Got a message for everybody back home that'll be watching?
Oh yeah, shout out to everybody around the world, because I don't just have friends in the States, I got friends all over the world. This is a big moment, not only for me and Savannah, but for women's boxing and the sport of boxing, period. So support, and thank you guys for supporting.
You worked hard to get all those belts. You'll be taking them home tomorrow?
Of course. And if I don't, we're gonna have to re-up, but that ain't happening.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, the heavy hitting diva, Franchón Crews-Dezurn.
You ain't gonna like me, but I'm gonna make you love me.
They call me Big Mama for a reason, cause when I come through, I shut everything down.
She'll take Marshall to a place she's never been.
You get dog walk your last fight, think you get another shot. I never had that luxury. Respectfully, disrespectfully.
So explosive, that was class from the American.
My mission is so much bigger, and if I gotta walk through you, walk through hell of the UK fans to make my heaven, it's gonna happen. I didn't choose boxing, boxing chose me. I'ma do what I have to do to win. But like the posters say, all or nothing. You ain't got nothing. I got it all, and I'ma keep it.
I've had a taste, a small taste of what it's like. I want it more than ever. I'm craving it. I want the belt. I want to be known as a champion. Silent assassin for a reason.
Stunning statement from Savannah Marshall. There's the power. It's another KO. Savannah Rose Marshall.
Sweet dreams are made of these.
This is it. I've came as the challenger. I've brought nothing. My chance to take it all.